What's up, Sneaker Gears? My name is Levi, and welcome to another Performance Gears episode where we're doing a review and comparison on the Under Armour Curry 5. Alright, so let's start out with the materials. And throughout the Curry lineup from 1 through 4, it really has been something where Under Armour has continually tried to stay innovative. So I really liked what they did with the Curry 5. What they did was take your Curry 4, which is a full knit upper, and that was probably one of the best features of the shoe as far as just being lightweight, moving with you, having an incredible fit, and just being a nice fitting shoe. That's about all I can say that's great about it. And the Curry 1, which was completely anafoam. So this was a foam that gave you a lot of support, kind of in the name anafoam. It anatomically formed correctly to each foot shape. After you wore it, the heat of your foot and your sweat actually made this an awesome fitting shoe. So two very different takes on getting a great fit. So what did they do? They took these two shoes and we have the Curry 5. So this shoe uses a knit upper all throughout the inside of this shoe, and it uses anafoam coming through the toe box, around the lateral side, and for the heel cup for stability and support. So this is an awesome compromise. So when you put this shoe on, especially in store, I think most people are going to find the initial try-on to be very pleasant, where you just slip it on, it works. Now, as far as the materials, really like them. The only other time that there's been a combination of kind of like a foam or knit or kind of a really firm structure for support and lighter shoe was really your LeBron 11s. Now, this is one of those shoes that is notorious because LeBron didn't wear these. He actually stuck with the Soldier line during this year. But this uses Nike's Foamposite, which is, again, their kind of high support structured shape, and kind of uses their fuse and mesh to give a little bit more flexibility. I can tell you that 4 years into this, they've done a really nice job in combining it and giving you the best of both worlds in the Curry 5. Now, regarding the fit of the shoe, you can go true to size as far as if you're just going to be casual. In the initial reviews when this first came out with both Duranmon and Nightwing, they found that the fit of this is, or the lockdown is done by pulling you down into the footbed. So it's actually grabbing your foot and just continually squeezing tighter and tighter. So what happens is if you go with your true size, it's going to end up really squeezing your foot. And I think both reviewers found that the inside arch area of their foot ended up getting either worn raw or they had some really painful experiences. Nightwing has confirmed that he did go half size up for another pair, and that's been a huge, I guess, upgrade or help in making sure you don't have that. I'm generally a 12.5, and they didn't have that, so I went with a 13. So same concept, going up that half size. I didn't have too much irritation in this area, which is going to be right where I guess they could have improved it. Now, most sneakers that I prefer in basketball especially, I want to be pulled into the heel. This doesn't really do that. It pulls you down, so you do get a slight feeling of that there could be some heel slippage. This does remind me a lot of how the Crazy Light Boost 2 played, where you had a really nice knit upper. It pulled you down, but it didn't quite give you that full support that you were looking for. So this is something you really have to trust the shoe and break it in, and I'll go into that. So how do you get a good fit in the Curry 5? Really, you're going to have to wear either double socks or thicker socks, and that really alleviated any issue you're going to have in that lockdown getting a tight fit. Also, that anaphone does take some time. It wasn't until my second week of wear where this really started to mold. You can see the shape has changed a little bit. It's not like it was new. It gives a little bit more, and it works really nicely, but it does take some time. Also, I did try using an ankle brace, and that made a huge difference in giving me that heel lockdown I was looking for. But the ankle brace I was using really caused some discomfort in the width of my foot area. Not the shoe's fault, that was the ankle brace fault, so I ended up wearing it without. And I can tell you, even though you feel like there may be some heel slip, there is padding in the inside here, and there is going to be multiple heel cups as far as having your anafoam and having your clips here. So it does a great job of keeping the footbed and just trusting it, because this is definitely a highly supportive shoe, and we'll get into that right now. All right, so the Curry line, except for the Curry 4, has always been very, very supportive from the Curry 1, the Curry 2, the Curry 3. The Curry 4, I think, was the cause of a lot of Steph Curry's injuries this year just because there was nothing to keep you in the footbed. There was no heel cup. So the biggest source of injuries for basketball shoes is your foot not staying in the footbed. So they really resolved all of that with the Curry 5. So you have the multiple heel cups. You have a really nice wide base, completely flat, as you guys can see that, as well as you have a nice shank plate. So support-wise, that's kind of the creme de la creme of this. If you're looking for a low-top, flexible sneaker or basketball shoe that's going to give you a lot of support, there's not much that is competing with this. Your PG2 is closer to a mid-top. Your Kyrie 4 is definitely closer to a mid-top. The only other really low top that's comparable to this is going to be something in your Harden line, your Harden 1 and 2, but those are going to give you a lot more cushion, and that's what we'll get into next. Cushion! Yeah. So this is better than your Curry 4, which again is probably my top worst cushion shoe ever. And it's a little bit better, not much. It's going to be closer to your Curry 3s, which is definitely a step. But Curry 3s are slightly better, but very comparable. So if you're playing the Curry 3s, if you tried them on, you're going to be okay. These actually play very similar to like the Kyrie 3s as well. So it's a very minimal cushion setup. You do feel very quick, but it does an okay job. Now, what I add to the shoe that made a huge difference is our Velocity insoles from Sneaker Gears. Having worn this, testing it next to the Harden 2, which has a huge slab of boost, you actually get a lot of bounce, and these played very similar to the Harden 2, except I had a shoe that fit me better, that I felt was more supportive, and I got about 80% of that bounce. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Those are going to be going live here very soon on sneakergears.com. If you have any questions, hit me down in the comments below. But as it stands with nothing in it, it is a very minimal cushion setup. Final thing, traction. All right, so the traction of the shoe is, I don't know, it might be the worst traction shoe in the Curry lineup. Now, that sounds harsh, but the Curry lineup has always been really good traction-wise. So this is a step down from the Curry lineup, but the traction is still very good. I was surprised at how good it was. You can see I still have crap on it. It collects dust like crazy. I didn't have to wipe that often, and it did better than I thought. The last clear sole shoe I've been testing was the Jordan 32 Lows, and for me, those were awful. I had the Just Like Mike pair, the Gatorade, and I have heard things from like Duke and Wear Testers that the CEO pair he had and some of the other clear soles did play better. But all in all, clear soles generally are going to be more slippery. So the fact that these were okay, I was still encouraged by, but definitely if you're looking for something that's going to have a solid traction setup, some of the newer colorways coming out are going to give you that full solid traction one piece. I know the championship pair that released after they won was orange. Please, someone tell me why it was orange. But that did have a solid full-length traction of just one material. I think that's going to perform really well because the actual pattern and grooves on this work very well. But just transitioning from the solid to the clear, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't bad. But at the same time, that is probably the only down area of, I would say, the shoe that doesn't make it a lock-in. Can you guys hear that? Pretty much everything from Nike this year has been really awesome on traction, from your PG2 to your Kyrie 4 to your Russell Westbrook Why Not. So, and I guess that's Jordan. So if you're comparing it to the Nike lineup of things, it definitely is going to be a slight step down. But this shoe has some really good things going for it. So the Curry 5 offers a very unique setup for players out there. If you are looking for a low-top shoe that plays quick but gives you a lot of support, there's not really a comparison for it. The Harden Volume 2 is a low top that has really good support, but is a very high cushion shoe. Your low top in your Kobe's plays really fast. I think it's an amazing balance of cushion, but still quick. That it has a lot of support, but you don't feel it. You're definitely not going to be confidence inspired. So definitely if you need support, that's not a shoe maybe I would have you gravitate to. But if you need support, you want a low top, you want something that plays quick, this is going to be a very unique setup that I think a lot of players will enjoy. Your PG2, your Kyrie 4s, your Damian Lillards, those are all really mid tops. So the fact you're getting a true low and that knit upper obviously really helps it stand out, and the materials they used. It was really nice to see Under Armour continue to innovate. Now, the big question is when they're going to improve the cushion, and that is going to come in the form of Under Armour using their hover cushioning. Now, I have heard the rumors that that is not going to be coming out until the Curry 7, since the 6 is already going to be coming out pretty quickly. So we're going to have to really wait for that, meaning grab yourself some Velocity insoles. If it fits you and you want more cushion, we'll take care of you from Sneaker Gears. But guys, if you found that review helpful, please give us a thumbs up, follow, subscribe to the channel below, put that notification button so you know when the new videos come out. Speaking of Under Armour, we do have the Project Rock 1 review coming out soon. Been putting some work in those, and that is another surprisingly positive review on that as well. Really appreciate y'all. This is Levi with Sneaker Gears, and I'll come at you soon.